Don't keep thinking about your problems and focusing on your problems and making it bigger. The problems are already big. The problems are already there. The problems due to your karma has already arisen. It's there. There's no way to get rid of it. It's manifested. So when we focus on it and we think about it and we put more energy into it, the problem can only become bigger. It becomes bigger not because it is big. It is because we have put our energies into it. And we give it power to overcome us. I'm not saying to you, you don't have problems. Some of you have bigger problems than me. Some of you, I have bigger problems than you. Some of you are problems. And some of you think I'm a problem. But whatever the case is, a problem is a problem and it's there. And I'm not denying the fact that you have problems and that they're small. And just by the whisk of my hand, they go away. Or just by grand Dharma talking, you accept Buddha, they're fine. I'm not saying that to you. I'm not saying that when you leave this room today, all your problems are gone. Because if I can do that, I would have snapped my finger for myself a long time ago. Forget about you guys. I'll snap it for me. Yeah, you have problems. All of you have big problems. And the problems begin the day you're born. The day you're born, the problems begin. The minute your teeth are coming out, it's a problem. It's painful. You gotta bite people, gotta bite things, bite everything, bite. Sometimes you bite the wrong thing, you get sick. The minute you're born, you got problems. The minute you go to school, you got problems. People think, oh, this great Rinpoche is coming from Tibet. Shangri-La, Shambhala, the middle of Mount Everest. They all live on a mountain and they meditate and they all have psychic powers and they sleep in the snow naked and they melt the snow around them. Yeah, they have this vision. And there are Rinpoches like that. Really, I'm not one of them, but there are. And I'm going to go to this Rinpoche and he has all this power. And he can do divinations, he has clairvoyance, he can see the future, he can do everything from he can invoke all the gods and come down and bless me and all my problems, everything's solved. Where God? Where God like that? Rinpoche like that God. Problem can take away no God. Yeah. No God. But what happens is when we enter religion, spiritual practice, or we enter anything having to do with that, we have a preconception. These guys are miracle guys. They're like, men in red. They wear dark glasses. They're sent down from Buddha or whatever, and they're there with glasses, men in red with big guns to shoot away your problems. It doesn't happen that way. But what these men in red can do is explain to you the nature of problems, the origin of problems, the methods to cut them out, and some relief for them. But the actual actor in this play is yourselves. You need to apply it. And men like me who actually share this knowledge, if you apply it, you will definitely get the result. Why? I didn't make it up, I swear. It comes from my great gurus, which came from their gurus, which came from Buddha himself. So when we actually apply the methods taught by someone who is tested and proven it works, how can we not get a result? How can we not get a result? Think about it. Now, I'm giving you guys intelligent, educated people here. You're not mountain goats. You're not mountain aunties and mountain uncles. You're not stupid people. So I'm giving you logic why Dharma can work. Why Dharma will work if you apply it. And how it can cut away your problems. I'm giving you the logical basis behind it. Think about it. Now, getting an initiation is very easy. You just sit there, and the Rinpoche sits there and go, wah, 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 recite all the mantras, and then, if you're lucky, you throw some things at you. Or, you go to some of these Rinpoche, some of these teachers, sit there and they do these ceremonies, you sit there and you leave. What was his name? What initiation you get? What mantra you have to do? Nobody else. I asked hundreds and hundreds of people. I'm not kidding. And sometimes I ask these people to go to church. It's the same. Buddhism, Christianity, all that stuff. People who don't practice it correctly, all the same. They're all good. They all are weird. If you don't practice it correctly. Not Christianity, the people. Some they come, they say, oh, the church says, I can't eat with you. I say, why not? You're a heathen. Oh. Okay, I'm a heathen. But you can't eat with me. Can I eat with you? Oh. Yeah. Or they'll say like, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't go here, they can't participate in this and this. And all I hear is rules, and rules, and rules, and rules, and more rules. There's nothing more deeper. You can't. If you can't, you do it, you go to hell. Simple as that. I was thinking it's going to be a big hell. We're all going to be down there. There's a special room down there just for me. But I've asked them to install aircons. But then in Buddhism, there's cold hell, so maybe I need a heater. But never mind. Yeah. So when you think about it, when we go to the church, when we go to the temple, any religion, any denomination, what do we expect? Our expectation is that the person on the throne, or the preacher, or the statue, or the God, or the Buddha, or the image, or whatever is there to create a miracle for us. And we want to apply no effort. We want our problem solved. And we think that these people, these gods, these deities, these religious people can solve it for us. They can't. They can't. No one can. But if you can recognize where the problems come from, and you can recognize the source, and I'm sorry to say, with the deepest respect to all of you and to everyone in the world, the problems are made by ourselves. We created them. We created the problems. We want other people to solve it for us. And when they don't solve it, when we don't realize that truth, we actually create more problems for ourselves, trying to solve the problem. Yes, you have problems, you have complications, you have difficulties, but you created the problems. Accept that truth first. What does that mean? Take responsibility. I created the problems. So when you take that responsibility, you don't blame others anymore. A lot of anger goes down. A lot of anger immediately goes down. You don't blame others. So one way of controlling anger as a side benefit is accepting responsibility for your problems. Okay, maybe your staff is stupid. Hey, you wanted to start the business, honey. You wanted to be rich, so you have to have staff. Don't complain. Maybe the people you're dealing with are stupid. Well, don't do business. Go be a monk. I'll make you a monk. Some of you need to shave your hair off. Pretty short already. So, some of you complain about people backstabbing. Yes, everywhere got that. You're not exceptional. Yes, everywhere you go, you have people backstabbing. Why? They don't have knowledge. They don't have wisdom. They don't know that by doing that, they create harm for themselves and others. They're ignorant. I'm not saying, well, that makes it okay. It's not okay. But if you're going to be in a business where there's more of that, you take responsibility for being in that business with respect to you. I don't say that as a put down. If you're going to be in this kind of business where that type of people are more superficiality, you're going to be expecting more of that. So if you expect more of that, you get more of that. Don't complain because you go into it knowing that. You take responsibility. So when I say take responsibility, it doesn't mean that, oh, you're stuck with your problems, that's it. What I'm saying is, first step of solving problems, according to Buddhist principles, is accepting the responsibility that you created the problems yourselves. You created the problems. I had people come to me, I've got 6 kids, I'm out of a job, I can't feed them. Who told you to have the kids, honey? Did you hear about protection? I told them that. They look at me, oh, but you're a Rinpoche, you can't say that. I said it, so? The gods didn't come down to punish me. I'm not being rude and mean, I'm being very truthful. Think about it. You create the problems. Then some people come to me, oh, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that. Yeah, but you bought the car, you bought the yacht, you bought the $14 million house, you bought the, you joined the gym that costs $20,000 a year, You did it. You asked for it. You wanted it. So you create the problems, then you go and you want someone to solve it for you. Then sometimes we have problems with deepest respect to everyone. Sometimes I have a lot of people come in. A lot of people. I think this is the biggest divination I get besides business. Is marriage. You chose the person. You take responsibility for it. You're with it. You have it. I'm not saying, oh, you bit off too much that you can chew. No. I don't say this pointing finger at you. I don't say this in a bad way. I say it in a way of truth. Realize that. You picked it. You got it. So when you get the problem, you've got to deal with it. So you chose it. For whatever reasons. So don't create more problems by explaining, talking, and making more problems for other people in order to relieve your problems. Realize, number one, take responsibility for your problem. Take it. I created it. So if you started the problem, you take responsibility for it. And you must face it. And not do it again. Never mind face. Never mind shamefulness. Never mind all that. It'll be more shameful when the problem becomes bigger and it becomes long-term. Better to face it now and avert it. So when Lord Buddha taught us on how to solve our problems, he taught from experience, he taught from wisdom, he taught from realization. So from such a person, you can fully trust. We can rely on that. That gives us some confidence to follow. So once you recognize the problem, and two, you must take responsibility. Take responsibility for your problem. Take responsibility. Accept that you created the cause, either in this life or a previous life. Stop complaining. Stop looking for sympathy. Stop running around and bad-mouthing other people and talking and trying to make enemies to solve your own problem. In the process, make more enemies. Take responsibility. You created the problem. Karmically, in a previous life, this life, and environmentally, you stirred up the problem. Accept it. And when the problem comes, do not look for crooked, funny, sideways, tricky, dishonest ways to solve it. Because it was the dishonest, tricky, and negative and bad intention ways that brought you to that problem in the first place. So when you apply further methods in order to bring more tricky, dishonest, funny, weird methods to solve your problem, immediately, symptomatically, the problem may be solved. Symptomatically. Symptom. But the actual problem becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Please think about that. I offer this to you with respect. Some of you have more knowledge than me and older than me. I don't say this to you as a scolding way or scathing way. It's with respect. My job as a Dharma teacher, I teach you the Dharma. Simple as that. So, not to create more circumstances for the problem to become bigger and larger. Don't use dishonest ways. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't hurt people around you anymore. By hurting them, you dig your problem deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Accept responsibility for the problems you have. And don't stay there and look for methods to come out. Take refuge in Lord Buddha or your Yidam. 100% from your heart. Do black tea to your personal Dharma protectors, whoever it may be. Maybe Pendanamo, maybe Setra, maybe Ma Kala Kaluba. And fight and push and work hard. Then something must come out. Truth has results. Buddha said that. Truth has results. It has results. Don't trick yourselves or ourselves or your friends by saying, well, what I'm doing now is honest, but maybe the problem was created from something not honest, not truthful, not good. Accept, turn it around, and apply methods that do not create further harm, further dissatisfaction among people around you.